is the HomeTech Podcast for Friday, December 5th from Sarasota, Florida. I'm Seth Johnson.
From Reynoldsburg, Ohio, I'm TJ Huddleston.
And from Pickering, Ontario, I'm Gavin Campbell.
And welcome to the HomeTech Podcast, a podcast all about home technology, home automation, and what is it? We're 30 days from CES. What?
31 days.
The countdown is on.
I mean, it'll probably be like 24 days by the time this podcast was released.
I'd like to let you thank everybody that came out to CES last week.
It's good to see everybody.
It was a great time we had.
We're almost there, though. It's right now when we're recording the show, it's December 4th. So it's 31 days until we are actually there. Seth, are you going? I don't think you've ever confirmed. Gavin and I are going to be there in 31 days.
Yep.
Seth might be there at some point. Probably not, though.
In a few more days, you can crack open that CES advent calendar. Start counting down. We'll find out. But hey, guess what, guys? To this week's show, we've got a big interview with Justin Bunton from over there in Apollo, and came in and talked to us about the H-2 ornaments this year. So we've got that coming up. We also have a bunch of HomeTech headlines, and it's running late here, and TJ's going to fall asleep. So what do you say we jump in?
Let's do
it.
All right. Here, a little follow up from something we covered a couple episodes ago. The Kohler Dakota, the device that sits on your toilet rim and takes pictures of your pee and poo.
It sits on my what?
Your toilet rim. The rim of your toilet. All right. So it sits on it takes pictures and it says, all right, so despite the marketing claims of end-to-end encryption, which writes its own joke, Kohler now admits that it can't access the data. So it turns out that this thing that has a camera that is inside your toilet, it's using de-identified data, maybe, to train AI models to improve its products. It's right there in its privacy policy and user agreement. So we knew this was going to happen.
That sounds like a good job for you, Gavin.
What? Watching the... No. Why me? I was just about to say, if anything defines the enshittification of this stuff, is this. Right?
Enshittification of IoT,
Literally.
exactly. Yeah.
You know, like, can you even trust a company now when they say it's rear end-to-end encrypted?
Rear end-to-end. Yeah, I mean, this is fun. I mean, it was already fun to talk about the $600 toilet tech, but to find out, it looked like it had a camera on it. We were like, it's got to have a camera on it. No, it definitely has a camera on it. And they take pictures of what's in your toilet, and then they send it on up to the cloud there to be processed.
That's just crazy.
Processed like your dinner the night before.
What if AI becomes sentient one day and and it realizes that its entire job and lot in life has been looking at people's excrement?
We need our resident toilet tech expert to review this. Jimmy, if you're listening to the show, we need you to test this out for us.
Please get the camera toilet thing.
We're the only one that you know, or you're the only one I know that reviews toilet tech. So maybe
we'll find these guys at CES and talk to them about their camera and their rear end connections. Oh, man. It's an end. I'm not going to tell you what end. Meross has announced the MS605 smart presence sensor that supports Matter over Thread and is designed for price, motion, and presence detection. Combines millimeter wave radio, infrared, ambient light sensing to reduce false triggers and enable smart automation. Sensors can detect motion up to 6 meters away and presence within 4 meters. Well, this looks all right. Connects via Bluetooth, but doesn't require the Meross hub, and it has a Matter and Thread compatible hub as needed for third-party platforms. What does this thing run? It looks like it runs $41.99, but it's on sale right now for $34.99. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good price too. So why not? And it's Matter if you care about that.
But it uses a CR123A battery. I mean, I hate, like, if they're not the coin cell ones, I hate when they throw in these other random ones because now I got to stock them just in case.
It's also IP67 waterproof, so you can you can have that outside.
I can put that in my toilet.
You can put it in your toilet. No cameras on this one, though.
Oh, yeah. It works from 20 degrees to 60 degrees. So that's pretty good outside, too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. UniFi has got some new stuff, of course, because it's a new week and they're going to have new products. This week is this year has been insane with UniFi product releases.
If only they kept them in stock.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, they can talk about them all they want, but they don't have to make them. Just have it on their website looking pretty. Like that AV stuff we saw at CEDIA that's never going to get released.
Yeah. Bring it out.
Yeah. We need to settle our friendly wager. All right, Ubiquiti's announced a UniFi 5G Max lineup, set up devices that bring flexible 5G connectivity to various environments. They've got an indoor UniFi 5G Max that connects over PoE and can be mounted on a desk, wall, or window. Supports up to 2 gigabits per second downlink speeds and ultra low latency, making it pretty suitable for a backup or load balance WAN connection. Outdoor rugged applications, there's UniFi 5G Max Outdoor, offers the same performance with weather-resistant enclosure. These are all on the website. I didn't go look at what the prices are on these, but this is nice. UniFi has had the little like tiny small antenna thing. They've got a new Dream Router 5G Max also that has pretty much everything all in one. If you need a router, 5G, Wi-Fi 7, all put together, they've got that now. So, for the right application, this is pretty good. There's a lot of businesses that need to have like a backup connection to the internet when the internet primary connection gets cut for like credit card processing and that kind of thing. I had to go help out a couple of local businesses after the hurricane last year and set up a couple of these type things, and we got them up and going with some like hotspot type things. But honestly, it was like a Netgear. It was awful. The software was awful. And if this integrates right into UniFi, or you can get like a Dream Router, something like all-in-one type unit, it's the way to go.
Yeah, no, this is great for a business, like you said. Or if people have like 5G plans that they'll just use it for their full-time internet, so that's good enough for some people, right? This would be a great solution for them. Right now, my backup solution, if my internet goes down, is to tether to my phone. I have a little GL iNet router that I can then bridge to my phone and put my network on it, but I would have to turn off all my servers and stuff because they'll just drain the bandwidth.
Yeah. And the 5G Max is... Wow, it's $399, so it's quite a bit more than the GLI net. And then the outdoor version is $459 if you needed to hang outside and be an uplink to the world. I don't know. Some places need this, right? Some places, like if you had like maybe like a gate camera, this could be used for that. I'm not sure. Sometimes you need to have like a 5G connected system somewhere. So
yeah, and even some of our coax carriers or our cable carriers, like Spectrum around here, they're actually doing cellular backups now for some of their commercial clients. But that's because they have an MVNO. So it makes sense to have the cellular backup whenever you can.
Yeah. Oh, actually, and also I think this is interesting here too. These new gateways also are certified with AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. In the past, I think it's only been AT&T.
Yes.
So that is actually a really nice upgrade from the previous little one that they had. It was only on AT&T. You couldn't use the other carriers like T-Mobile, which typically has better. I mean, I think it's like the same as AT&T, but it has better data plans.
Much cheaper.
Yeah. Verizon support expected by the end of the year. So check those out if you need it. Let's move on here. We've got a new Honeywell smart thermostat that can answer your Ring doorbell. The X8S smart thermostat's premium model supports Matter and works with Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and Apple Home. Features a 5-inch touchscreen that doubles as a video intercom for Ring and First Alert doorbells. It's kind of cool. This thing is $219, and if you want it with a room sensor, it's $250. But I don't know, guys. This actually looks kind of nice for a thermostat. I was kind of impressed with it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I do like the looks of this. I have a Honeywell T6 Pro. It's the Z-Wave version. It works fine. We literally set the temperature in our house to one temperature and we leave it there. When we leave, we may turn it off or turn it down or whatever. So we really don't touch it. It's not the most attractive device on the wall though. So I've been thinking about replacing it at some point. This might make me replace it. This one's pretty nice looking.
Even the room sensors look nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I've also been thinking about replacing my Ecobee. I mean, it's just not the same thing,
Getting rid of the Canadian.
It's owned
not
by
Canadian
Generac
anymore.
now, not Canadian anymore, right? So, I've been keeping an eye out for locally controlled because Ecobee's down once a week at least. So we'll see.
My Ecobee is probably integrated with things. I don't check it. I'm kind of in TJ's camp. The only time I would use the remote access or whatever is one, if I'm too lazy to get up and didn't change anything, I'll connect to it. But I think most of the time I've used it if we left the house for the weekend or something and I forgot to put it in vacation mode or something. You know how you can set it and it has a vacation mode until this date or something. I usually do that just to, not run the air conditioner full blast while we're gone. That's the only time I use it. So
I feel we're at the point where like the thermostat could be a nice smart screen in the home. We're at that point now, right?
Yeah.
Because they're already digital and they're displaying their stuff. Now they can be bit bigger screen and be more integrated with the smart home. And I think this is like one of the first steps.
All right, cool. Well, we got a couple more new products here. Aqara is also doing a smart home panel, if you will. Let's see. Sorry. They've introduced native Siri support to the S1 Plus smart home control panels in the UK, making it the first fixed smart home interface to offer Siri access. The S1 Plus, the Magic Pad S1 Plus, and the Panel Hub S1 Plus now feature integrated microphones and speakers, allowing users to issue Hey Siri commands without needing an iPhone, iPad, or HomePod nearby. These are wall-mounted. It doesn't look like it's available in the US, but this supposedly should be coming soon. So works well with other Aqara devices such as the G4 video doorbell and support AirPlay for audio playback if you wanted to play out of a tiny little screen speaker or something like that.
So it says it's the first time the Siri voice assistant is available directly on a fixed smart home interface. Didn't the Ecobee have Siri built in too?
I mean, it was, yeah.
I say Ecobee felt like to me the first non Apple product. I can't remember one before that, but being second is cool too.
Yeah. Well, and this isn't a thermostat, so they can say it's a wall-mounted device. It's not a thermostat.
Well, my thermostat's wall-mounted.
It turns out, yeah.
But no, this is nice. This is nice to see. I wish they had one with the Amazon lady on it, or even configurable where you can flip between the one you want. Like, why lock it into just one?
No, it doesn't. I'm looking at the tiny thing they have here. There's a picture on Z Pro. It looks okay. It doesn't look terrible. It's a little bit bigger than I think I'd want it to be, but is that a touch screen on a Switch? What are they thinking? You see that?
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular thing. I really don't understand it. Sounds awful to me, but...
Okay.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
That's not even a full Switch size either. It's just like the top half of the Switch.
Is this a touchscreen for ants?
It reminds me of like the old Crestron systems that have like a 3 or 4 inch touch panel on like the walls.
Yeah.
Like, who is using this?
Control 4 had those too. They were like 3.5 inch touchscreens. They were very small interfaces.
Yeah, who wants that?
Huh.
People did, I guess.
Yep. They were less expensive. That's all that counted. All right. So here's the best product. I think this is going to win product of the year. Wyze has introduced a window cam. Now think about like if you had a Wyze cam and you wanted it to look out the window, what would you do? You would tape it to your window. Of course you would. So what has Wyze done? Well, they've come out with basically a camera you can tape to their window. And it's amazing looking. Look at this thing. This is what everyone does with their Wyze cameras anyway. You stick it on the window, you can see it outside. Done. It's great. 1080p, 101 degree horizontal, 53.5 or 53.9 vertical view, so it's kind of like widescreen. It's got a 10-foot micro USB cable, local 27 recordings with the micro SD card, and then it's got two-way audio. It's not going to yell through the window, but it's got two-way audio.
It might. Who knows?
This thing is what is this thing? $35. There you go. Amazing. Another amazing product from the Wyze family.
No, it's something I've seen people do all the time is they put the Wyze camera at their front window or something. It's just peeking out. So, I mean, I know I've seen these kind of mounts you could 3D print and stick them to a window, and they just get rid of the glare on the window, right? This is probably much better than that solution. So it's not a bad idea, really.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. It's somebody who has rented for most of their life until a couple of years ago. Nobody ever thinks about renters when they do automation stuff or security cameras and stuff like that. This is perfect for renters because I would like to have something like this just to watch my work vehicle or something when I lived at the apartment. Even though we didn't have any problems there, it would have been nice to have a camera that just pointing out the window, looking at my van at all times. So this is a simple solution to fix. I'm glad somebody released something like it, though.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it also getting rid of that glare is huge because, especially at night, if there's any interior light, it's just going to reflect back to the camera. It's why domed cameras suck. Don't use domed cameras. But this glues right to your window, so all you have to do is clean your window on the outside, and you're all good to go.
Genius.
Yep, beautiful. I have a feeling you're going to see these everywhere. I mean, this is a $35 camera that sticks to your window. I mean, Who wouldn't want this?
I mean, I want one, and I have no reason to
I
have
have
one.
no reason to want one. I think we're going to see them on businesses everywhere. All right, well, that's going to wrap up the news. All the links and topics we discussed tonight can be found over in our show notes at HomeTech.fm/553. All right, let's jump into that interview with Justin Bunton from Apollo. He was kind enough to drop by and chat with us a little bit about the H-2 smart home ornament this year that they've released. We talked about like what it takes to make these things, how long in the process that you have to go back and plan these. He starts in the summer. That's crazy, but this ornament this year is really good. So let's go ahead and jump to that interview with Justin. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Going very well. Thanks again for having me back.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on the show. And we've been swearing like the last couple of weeks that we were going to get one of you guys on to talk about the new H2 ornament this year and kind of get an idea of like what it takes. Like you guys, this is like a snowflake PCB board that's all put together. Like, what's it take to do this? First of all, like what's the process that you guys go to like design and put this together? Because this is really cool. This is a really cool piece.
It actually does take quite a bit. It is fun though. But we actually started this year back in the spring. So we wanted it to be out by summer, as we were talking with Home Assistant about it being the first certified Works with Home Assistant smart ornament. So we actually started way back then, and we are still cutting it close. So we even got to start sooner, I think, next year. But yeah, it's almost like just like any of our other sensors that we make, designing the PCB, the circuitry, which ESP, what chip are we going to use, how many LEDs are we going to have on it. We actually increased the LED count up to 58 this year. I think last year was in the 20s, 24 or so. So we've packed way more LEDs on it. We put our logo on it this year, which we thought was pretty cool. We outlined it with LEDs. It actually has 4 buttons on it because last year you had to do a single, double, or like a hold to play the songs. And so now there's 4 different buttons with 4 different songs and 4 different light effects. And again, it's smart, so you can add it to Home Assistant and change the songs and change the colors and everything. So, but yeah, it's quite involved, but it's a ton of fun, and it's great that 100% of the profit goes to charity.
Do you have like a revolving list of what the ornaments are going to be for the next year, or do you kind of just guess as you get to the current year?
Yeah, so we have ideas, but it's also a guess, and then we take, of course, community feedback. We've gotten some crazy ones. People want us to make Santa and his sleigh and like all 9 reindeer. So I feel like it would take quite a while to if we did one a year, it would take a while to get the full set. But we've had crazy examples like that. But then some people are just like, oh, just make a present or just make an actual like Christmas ornament, just like a round ball shaped PCB. But yeah, we've got a few in the running, and we'll probably maybe have a more public poll next year when we're kind of starting the process, and then maybe go from there and see which one wins.
What? So you said you started planning back in over the summer, and yeah, I mean that's what a lot of I kind of work in the manufacturing world right now, and it first of all, I'm blown away at this point that anything ever gets built. Like the amount of like work that it takes to put something simple together that you think is simple, that you look at on your desk or something. Like there's a lot of thought and energy that goes behind every little piece and part on there. It's wild.
Yeah. So then, of course, around March and April, the international economy kind of changed, especially around the U.S. So it kind of made it a little bit more interesting to navigate that as far as acquiring parts and getting them to where we needed them, and then just simply bringing them into the U.S. Got a lot more fun. So, but yes, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, last year, I don't remember the exact charities, but you donated. Am I correct that all the money goes to charity? Like all the profits go to charity?
Yeah, so 100% of the profit goes to charity. And the 2 charities that we're donating to, one is local to us because we're in Lexington, Kentucky. It's CASA of Lexington. And they help kids who are going through the court system, typically, related to abuse or neglect. And then we thought this year we would donate to the Open Home Foundation because, I mean, they fund and support Home Assistant, ESP Home, Music Assistant, and we wouldn't be a company without them. So we thought it was right to donate to Open Home Foundation to kind of show our support and give back to them because, again, they're one of the main reasons why we're still here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking. I have last year's, the H-1 on my desk. So
Christmas tree,
I'm,
right?
I'm collecting these. Yep. And I will have all the reindeer.
Yes.
And and I'm looking at the new one here, and the H2. And so there's another difference. You've gone from the C3 Mini to the C6 Mini on the processor.
Yeah, exactly. Good eye. So that is a big change that we did make. We went from C3 Mini to the C6 Mini, and the cool thing about that is that it actually has a Zigbee and Thread radio on it as well. So we haven't messed around with the firmware on this, but I have been actually working on. And have working our new Button 1 working on Zigbee. So that would be our first sensor that we've ever put out that's not Wi-Fi or PoE. So I'm very excited for Zigbee and Thread, especially now with the new Home Assistant Connect ZBT2. So
is that something you're looking to maybe migrate to in the future? Is going more Zigbee Thread, if anything?
So Wi-Fi, we've always been, have hundreds of devices, and I've always been a big proponent of Wi-Fi. And I guess it really depends on the type of network you have. But that was one of the biggest complaints is that people would say that they didn't want to kind of muck up their Wi-Fi network. So they, Zigbee is by far the most requested protocol. We have a future product survey that we asked everyone to take because that's what drives our R&D. We want to make something that people actually want. We want to make a product and be like, okay, here it is. Who wants it? We want to make something that people are going to actually buy. But yeah, so Zigbee is definitely on our radar. It's something that we are starting to do development on, and it is very, very popular. And we would love to get all of our sensors, onto Zigbee, and then Thread. Open Thread is supported on ESP Home. Zigbee still isn't fully kind of supported on ESP Home. There's a external repository or custom repository, that you can use. But that's definitely where we would like to go in addition to our Wi-Fi and PoE sensors.
Nice. I know TJ's a big Z-Wave fan, so he's probably disappointed to hear.
Yeah, Z-Wave is a little bit more. They do have Z-Wave development boards, but it's a little more difficult. I think you have to be a part of the alliance, and of course, you guys have talked to Zeus and Agnes before. They're amazing. Yeah. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I've talked to her before as well, and she offered to help if we ever did want to get into that space and stuff. So it's just great to have. They're a U.S. company as well. They're in New York, so it's just great to have that camaraderie here.
But especially if it doesn't have do they have a Z-Wave compatible chip?
I do. They could. Not to my knowledge that I know of that they have something like.
Yeah.
But I know there are dev boards out there that have Z-Wave, radios on them.
So it'd be something like they could have something that hooks up to the a regular espresso chip or something like that, so we could communicate.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but I know there. I don't know if TJ's looking it up, but yeah, I think there is definitely something. I don't know if it's has an ESP chip on it or not.
Right. Well, it'll be this. So this is the first Zigbee Snowflake. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's another Zigbee Snowflake.
Yeah. So if someone wants to get it working, like I said, I haven't done Zigbee quite yet on it, but I mean, it should be. It was actually when working with the Button 1, it was actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Thanks to the person I don't remember their name, but thanks to the person who did the custom repository. But yeah, it's actually fairly easy with the C6. So
nice.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it if you guys are looking to play with Zigbee or get something working on Open Thread as well.
Well, I gotta say, just grabbing one of your devices and going and playing with what you can do with over the ESP Home firmwares in general, just loading that up and loading the little dashboard, and I was able to do stuff that I wanted some Shelly devices to do that Shelly just didn't support out of the box. And I was able to go in and write, with the help of my friend my new friend Claude, I guess.
Yes.
I was able to go in and write some C code, which I would never want to do. And it does exactly what I want it to do now. Like
Yes.
it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Shelly puts on with their firmware, but I didn't need all of those. I just wanted to do a very specific thing for specific lights in my house, and it does it and it was so easy just to load those up. Kind of after I figured out the process of reflashing everything. But like once you get past that, it was super simple to configure things and get things set up. I was rather shocked as like the power that the ESP Home platform kind of puts in people's hands. I don't think many people, there's a lot of people out there, but I don't think most people realize how much power you have when you can get down to that level and customize things.
Exactly. I mean, you just said all of the like trigger words and all of the great things about ESP Home. I mean, and the Home Assistant, like I said, it's, I don't think we realize how easy and how powerful these little ESP chips are. And again, all the stuff that we do is open source, so you can look at, everything's local. You don't have to worry. You can, all of our codes on our GitHub. I wanted to mention that you had said you did a PR for our H1 last year for one of our Christmas songs.
For the songs, yeah.
Yes, and you said because some of the notes were wrong. And I think we did finally merge it. I think we were looking at it, but it was like this year, I think. So, and I think it's implemented onto this, the H2. But I did want to say thank you for putting in that and, fixing the song for us.
It wasn't just me. Greg in our hub chat was also. I think he's got like a theater background or something. He's got a pretty good music background, and he was like, "Oh, it's got some wrong notes," and I think he figured out and fixed it himself too. But yeah, there was a couple of like places, even in one of them just like ended at the wrong time. Like it was just ended on like the sustain note, and you're like, no, I need to get back to the root to release this. And so it was just kind of tricky and to go in and kind of rearrange some of the things. But that's awesome. I noticed this year there's 4 songs on it and they all sound great. So Feliz Navidad's not on there yet.
I know. Yes, actually, someone did in our Discord. They were, and again, there's a basic firmware, so you can like buy these for your grandma or whoever, give them to kids.
Yeah.
But then you can flash it with a smart firmware, and then you can take full control of it. Again, it's open source. You can change the LED effects. You can change the songs. We did someone. I don't know if we did Feliz Navidad, but someone did the dreidel song. So someone put the dreidel song, and there may or may not be an Easter egg on the H2. So if you look in the code, you may or may not find something that...
Oh, now you gave Seth something to do this weekend. this podcast is not getting released for another week because you said that.
So it's like, it's up, down, left.
Yeah,
okay, I got it.
All right. Yes, exactly. So there is may or may not be a little Easter egg. We like what the Home Assistant team's been doing with their products with the ZBT or the ZWA2, the voice preview edition, and they've got some fun Easter eggs with their hardware. So yeah, let me know if you figure it out. Post it in Discord.
Challenge accepted. Yeah.
I was gonna say this podcast is probably not going to come out for another week. It's supposed to come out December 5th.
Tomorrow.
It might not come out till December 12th. Are you selling these until you sell out of them? Is there a certain quantity you have? And if somebody wants to buy one, how do they go about buying one?
Yeah, we have plenty in stock right now, and we appreciate any support. You can just go to apolloautomation.com, and there should be a little pop-up. I know people don't like pop-ups, but we want to try to sell as many of these as we can so that we can donate as much money as possible. But it's just on our website. We did bump it up a few. I think last year was like $15, and this year it's like $17.99. Just because of the LEDs and the C6 chips a little bit more expensive.
Nothing's more. I mean, come on, everything's price expensive.
But again, it's we wanted to have a good margin to donate to charity. So again, 100% of the profit goes to charity. We don't keep any of it. Just like the cost to make it, basically. So yeah, just on our website. We appreciate any support. Like I said, we've got plenty of them, and you don't have to have a smart home to use them. So I think that I don't want that to be a barrier to people. Anybody can buy it and use it, which is great. It makes for a great gift. Even if you don't turn the lights on or play the buzzer, it's still just like kind of pretty to look at and hang on your tree.
Yeah,
I think so, at least. And you can connect it to WLED and sync it with all your other WLED devices too. You can flash WLED on it.
didn't even think about that. That's smart.
Yeah, WLED has a nice little sync engine that you can turn on and check off, and it'll bring all the devices together kind of automatically. Does a pretty good job. It's impressive. And then also I'm going to throw in, like, last year we gave away like 15 of these. We'll do it again this year. If you want one of these, let us know. Feedback at HomeTech.fm. Just reach out. First 15, we'll ship you one. So reach out. If you don't have one and you want to get one, 15. We'll do 15 again.
And we ship internationally. So if the guy from Jersey wants to get back on here
Keith,
and
come back.
Took us forever to find that guy.
What's that place in Australia from last week? Scooby-Doo?
Humpty Doo or something?
Oh, yeah, Humpty Doo.
Yes,
That's what
Humpty
it was.
Doo.
We'll send you one to Humpty Doo.
Let's do it. We got them.
All right. Excellent. Well, yeah, and Justin, I guess one more time, let everybody know if they want to get one from us, just email feedback at HomeTech.fm. But if they want to buy one from you, if they want to buy more stuff over at Apollo, where can they go to get all that?
Yep. So just our main store is apolloautomation.com. And we should have, again, plenty in stock. Everything's right there on our website. You can order. We ship from the US. We also have distribution in Canada and Australia that ships from in-country. And then from the US, we ship internationally everywhere. So we can definitely get you one. That's not a problem.
Well, Justin, thanks again so much for coming on, and have a great holiday.
Thank you guys very much. Same to you.
All right. And that's the interview with Justin. Again, if you guys want one of those ornaments, head on over to Apollo, or if you're fast enough, you can email us at feedback at HomeTech.fm, and we'll send one to you. We'll send one. First 15. TJ's keeping up with all this, I think.
Sure. I think I did last year, so.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm just going to send them all to me, so. They're all
I was
mine.
first. I'm sorry. I'm first.
Gavin's
Check
already
your
sent.
emails.
Yeah.
You're banned. Sorry. I'll bring. Actually, I have an extra one. I'll bring it with your Sonos Ace headphones. So.
Yay.
No pick of the week this week. No mailbox. Well, actually, there is a pick of the week this week. It's going to be the H-2 Ornament.
Yes. There you go.
There you go.
Good.
All right. Let's do some project updates. Home Assistant updated some stuff. What's going on? What's in the 12 release here? What is the holiday release? What's going on, Gavin?
It's the 2025.12 release, final Home Assistant release of the year.
Santa.
And it's a pretty big release. So they introduced something called Home Assistant Labs. It's not like it will allow you to test new features before they're rolled out, or things they're thinking about, or things they just want to try. But it's different from a beta, right? It's just, you can easily enable or disable the feature. So it's a pretty cool way to get, a community involved, get their input and stuff like that. They made adjustments to some of the automation. So now you can do purpose-specific triggers and conditions. So you can have triggers and say, is this trigger from this area? So any motion in this area, or you could do it per room, or, things like that. You could target labels or groups. So it's pretty cool. It's part of the first one of the labs things that were added, so you can enable it and start playing with that. They made some dashboard improvements as usual, because the dashboards are going to be updated every month. So, easily reordering the areas and floors, and they added an undo in the dashboard editor, which I really appreciate, because so many times I've erased something by accident and that was it. It was gone. Now I can undo it. And a lot of power and water and energy updates on their dashboards. As usual, a lot of improvements to existing integrations, but make sure you've checked the breaking changes. The breaking changes list actually looks small, but I've been seeing on the various socials people complaining about specific things, such as changes that were done to the markdown cards that now broke people's dashboard layouts, and it's actual bug that they have to fix. Or the EcoWit integration has some breaking changes in it. So if you use EcoWit, you might want to look that up ahead of time. Even one of my own personal integrations was broke, so I just uninstalled it at that point, because they already put it right into the core code now anyway, so I'm good. But yeah, take a backup before you upgrade to this one. I highly recommend it. But looks good. Final one of the year. Enjoy.
Nice.
Are you updating now, Seth?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. You said I had to take a backup, so
just wait till next week.
Just YOLO it.
No backup next week.
Yeah. I may have already updated to this.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No, I didn't do it.
Yeah, you probably started the upgrade but never finished it.
Yeah, it needs there's 3 updates to do on here. So Home Assistant Core, the adaptive lighting thing that I don't use, and then the Music Assistant. We'll just get them started, see what happens.
Have fun.
Yep. All right. What have you been up to?
So big news. Big news.
Nah?
Gavin has gotten Alexa Plus.
No.
Yeah, it was funny because it was like,
Who's your bribe?
I almost think that somebody there listens to our show, because the day after you published our last show where I was bitching about not having it, I got it. So
You were just last on the list, I think is all it was to it.
yeah, probably. But I have it. I've been playing around with it all week. It's actually pretty good. It's a step up, right? And I like it. I'm enjoying it. I mean, the voice sounds much more peppier. The wife, that's what she said. Much more enthusiastic, much more peppier. But it's kind of annoying because I have a mixed house now with my Sonos speakers and then my Amazon speakers. So depending on who you talk to, you got to know what their capabilities are and stuff like that. Because the Sonos is the old one still, right? So you got to keep that in mind. It's a little annoying. I hope Sonos gets it one day. It's much smarter with the smart home. One of the things I always griped about, they actually implemented. So I can refer to my window coverings as blinds, curtains, shades, and it knows just open the window coverings
Genius.
in that room, right? So I can say open the kitchen one. It's a lot smarter when it comes down to controlling, like, you want to do multiple things at a time. It can parse it. It was even cool because all my temperature sensors throughout the house are fed to it. And I actually asked it about, how do the temperatures in my house look? And it went through and it knew which ones were outside, which ones were inside. And it said one room was cooler than the others. And it asked if I wanted suggestions on how I can warm that room up, stuff like, and that's a good use of getting data.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool to be able to have that conversation with it. I mean, it excels at stuff. And then just asking it, I have all my door sensors and my window sensors, and keep in mind the word door or window is in the sensor. And all I'm trying to ask it are any windows open? And it doesn't, it just answers with every contact sensor in my house. It won't tell me if a window's open. It just, it still has its frustrations, but I think it will get better over time. Even if I ask it, are any doors open? It still replies with all the windows and everything like that. So I'm like,
you've made one step forward. You get shade control. You can call shades and curtains. Doors and windows out of the question. Sorry, Gavin,
exactly. So whenever you do it, you can put a little thumbs down and give your reason why. So I've been doing that a lot to hopefully the feedback gets somewhere.
You're gonna lose Alexa Plus. That's
they're just gonna take it away.
Yeah.
This guy's too negative.
So that's my review. I like it. It's a step up. I mean, I'm in Canada, so we don't have all those special connections that you guys have down there into other systems and stuff yet, but I never was excited for any of that stuff. Like, I didn't want to book something through it, right? I just want to use it for the smart home. I want it to be smart and have conversations with it, just like normal, instead of having to prompt it and know what to say, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy I got it. I mean, it's free with my Prime subscription.
I'm going to ask the stupid question. Is AI necessary so that Alexa knows if you say blinds that it's talking about the shades instead? Is that
I don't think it's necessary, but it's not something they were doing in their old system. Right? Because sometimes I would name something a blind or I'd name it a shade, and I'd have to know what I named it in what room,
Right.
Like, it was annoying like that, where now I can just say, I'll open the family room blinds and it would know, right? Like, it didn't care what I named it. So it's a lot smarter in terms of stuff like that, right? Even saying something like, what's the temperature outside? Or what's, the temperature, I would have to say in my backyard, because I have the weather station in my backyard. It would know to go outside and look at my backyard and pull back that. And it was cool with that, right? But even if I said outside, it did the same thing. It knew to grab it from my backyard and it used that temperature for me instead, right? Whereas in the old one, I had to be a lot more pickier with either the word choice or making sure it was in the right rooms or areas or something like that. So, like, what's the pool temperature? Before, I'd have to actually say backyard, the full sensor name, right? But now if I just say, what's the pool temperature? It's smart enough to know I only have one and there it is. That's the temperature. Or turn on the Christmas tree. I don't have to say family room Christmas tree. It's just Christmas tree, right?
Nice.
I like it. It's gotten better. I see some annoyances. Yes, it's a little more chattier and stuff, but it's got a lot better. Sounds nicer too.
Well, Gavin, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It took a while to get here.
It took a while to get to Canada, yeah.
You know, and,
it's not your fault.
And buying into all the hype, I also picked up one of the Echo Show 8s. You know, because everybody's, you know, they were pumping the Echo Shows, or people are just, you know, these are the greatest things ever. They're not. No, I fell for it. They're not. You know, like, it has annoyances like the home screen. I can't get, like, it has widgets, but you can't remove the first 2 widgets on the home screen. And the first 2 widgets are just trying to pump their crap to you. You know, it's like, did you know about this? Or do you want to do this? And it's like, no, I just want my my weather. I just want my photos.
Yeah.
You know, I have a couple widgets, but I don't want all that other crap. But no, it's, you can move one of those widgets to the end, so it's kind of out of view, but the first one will always stay there. I'm just like, this is annoying. You know, I don't know. Like, I fell for the hype, you know, and the delay, you know, like...
You got an advertising machine, is what you're saying.
Probably, yeah. You know, the nice part about it is I use it as a speakerphone a lot, right? So I'll sit here and I could just tell it to call my mom, and I just sit here and use it as a speakerphone.
Oh, that's nice,
yeah. Which is really cool. I like that, right? And when you have an Apple device, you're used to a smoother, like, scrolling experience, like no delay and stuff like that. Or, you know, I have a newer Apple device. That's what I'm used to. This doesn't feel as smooth, but it's also not the same price, you know? So yeah, you get what you get. So it's okay. It's okay.
A rave review from Gavin.
Yeah, it sounds great though if you play music on it. Like Miley Cyrus sounds great on it. But I mean,
party in the Canada.
No, Flowers, man. Flowers is that wake you up, get you going song in the mornings. You know.
I thought you were on your K-pop Demon Hunters kick right now, though.
Oh no, I've moved on from that now.
Okay,
I'm done with the K-pop. You know, they need a new album. But yeah, I see people hack these and they're putting Home Assistant on it, but then I lose the Amazon lady when they do that. And I'm just like, I wish I could have the Amazon lady, but the Home Assistant interface dashboard. But we can't win. Not in this world. We can't win.
Yep.
So that's my glowing review. I have high expectations for things like this, so I fell for the hype.
Oh, sorry, Gavin.
Yeah, I know.
Well, as far as projects, I have some Christmas lights that I was able to put up. So I got that going. Yeah.
How many?
Was it up to 5,600?
When you have to say what's it up to?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. So yeah, I think it was like, what was it, 5,600, something like that. Not that many in the grand scheme of things. It's not that many. But I've got my entire roof outlined. I've got some stuff in the ground and outside. I have 3 matrices. One is on about 18 feet tall on a telephone pole, and it's a big candy cane right now, looking at it. And then there's 2 palm trees that I have that are small. They're very small. And I just kind of did the same thing with those with 1 strand. And so they're not very big. They're like, 3 feet tall or something like that. And they're both candy canes too right now. But it does change. Right. Well, I guess it just changed to being like this blue winter wonderland thing. And then I've got like a snow thing. So it comes down the telephone pole and like builds up at the bottom. And I just made a couple scenes, and it just kind of rotates through those. And it's a lot of fun to do. So I got it all put together, and it's done in a way that's not very hard to put things away. So I'm hoping everything can get packed up and at the end of the season, and maybe I'll take the stuff off the roof now. I don't know. The lights all still worked when I plugged them in. I doubt they'll last another year up on the roof, but they all still worked. But that's all I've done. I'll put some pictures maybe in the show notes and take a look at them there. So TJ, what you been up to? You got some big news, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a 10x16 news. I got a new shed.
Shed messes here. Woo! Yay!
Yeah. So finally, after, I feel like it's gone on forever, but I think it's only actually been like 2 months. I was talking about this when we got the shed delivered. I was like, feels like this has been going on for like a year now. But I think we actually only started the process in like September, October. So it hasn't been that long.
It has been a journey, I think, though. Like, you've had your roller coaster ride on this thing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. So Monday night, it snowed a bunch. We got like 4 inches of snow. And of course, Tuesday, we were supposed to get the shed delivered. And I was like, well, at this point, we're not getting a shed. Like, I don't know. How do we get a shed in the snow? And luckily, I think it was like some Amish guy that delivered the shed. And so he was like, I don't care about no snow. And so they brought the shed, and the whole process was just like amazing. If you've never seen them move a shed, like a fully built shed, I want you to go to YouTube right now and look up shed mule. And it's literally like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like a forklift for sheds. And they put basically dollies on one side of the shed, and then they take the forklift, the shed mule on the other side, and they just move it around. And so that's what they did. This guy had like a huge trailer. I mean, this trailer has to be like 30, 40 foot long.
Had like 2 sheds on it.
Yeah, I mean, and one was like double the size of ours. And it's crazy because he brought the little shed mule behind the shed, and then he literally raised the trailer up like a dump truck, to like kind of like get it off of the trailer a little bit. And then he attached it to the shed mule and just like started driving it around. And we recorded some videos. I don't think I can include the videos because they're pretty big. But yeah, the shed is in place. It was fun. It took about an hour because we had to like move we used the neighbor's driveway to get the shed into place because it was a much shorter distance to get into the spot we wanted to. And of course the neighbor has a car that does not work right now. And so like we moved the car up, and of course it was in the way, and so we had to move the car out of the way, and the guy that delivered the shed helped us move the car and everything. And I asked him, I said, what happens if we like can't get it into place? And he was like, oh, I mean, I already got it off the trailer. Like we're getting it there one way or the other.
It's going to stay right here in your front lawn.
No, he's like, we're getting it into place one way or the other. So, so about like after an hour, we actually got it into place. And it looks out of place right now, but that's only because we don't have any landscaping or anything done around it. So, it is green in color with like a gray roof. And I don't do Seth projects, so I already have a working light in there.
All right, so all this worry about PoE, and this guy comes in, and he's like, "Yeah, I got power pulled in. I got Lutron switches in. Yay!" And I'm like, "What? All this talk about PoE lights? You got a battery, a solar panel? Nope, full power." Pull it into the shed.
Yeah, I wanted to do PoE, but the PoE just isn't there right now, or it's very expensive. So I have the EcoFlow portable battery that I install in there, and it's hooked up to a light switch with a light.
Oh, so you're just powering that light switch off the battery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you pulled power into it. Okay.
No. I got like a Leviton inlet outlet where you just plug like basically an extension cord into it.
Yeah.
And that powers it. So
okay.
I gotta get my solar panel installed. I'm not really in a rush to get the solar panel installed in the wintertime. But yeah, it works. I wanted to get a light working in there so that way if I wanted to do something in the wintertime I could, because it gets dark at like 4 p.m. now. So yeah, I have a working light in there. The Lutron Caseta switch is temporary. I actually have a Zeus dimmer switch coming. So that'll be a fully automated shed once the solar panel is installed. So
nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's there. It's great to finally have that part done. So it was amazing watching the whole process of getting it into place, though. Now I have to rebuild my fence because I had to tear apart my fence in order to get the shed in. So, that'll happen at some point.
Well, Merry Shedmas.
Yeah.
You just said that.
I had some other jokes that they were less family friendly. So.
That's fine. Just go ahead and say it. We're not a family podcast.
Yeah. Oh, awesome, man. That's I still have my shed out back. It's not in as pristine condition as yours for sure, but
well, the shed delivery guy definitely hit the fence and a couple other things with it, so it's not in pristine condition. But I was like, I gave you basically no clearance, so I'll take it.
My neighbor is like, hey, I just want to let you know your shed's banging around back there. I'm like, I looked around, leaned over and looked around the fence. I'm like, oh yeah, the door's blown open. I better go prop something in front of it. She's like, yeah, it kind of keeps me up at night. I'm like, sorry. We had probably the same thing that brought you snow, brought us some wind and a little bit of rain, not terribly lots, but it must have blown it open at some point. So, oh well, it's fixed now. All right. That's awesome. Let's see. My Home Assistant may be updated. No, it's not. I forgot to hit go on the core update. So there we go. Home Assistant is updating. Maybe next week it'll be all finished up and wrapped up. But I think that's going to wrap up the show this week, guys. We do want to thank everyone for listening to the show. but especially want to thank those who are able to financially support through our Patreon page. If you don't know about the Patreon page, head on over to HomeTech.fm/support to learn how you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Any pledge over $5 gets you a big shout out here on the show, but every single pledge will get you an invite to our private Slack chat, The Hub, where you and other patrons of the show can discuss this week's news and events and show off your H-2 ornaments that you could get, right? Maybe we should put it like a tier. If you do $5 or something, we'll send you an ornament. I don't know. Just email us if you want the ornament. We're donating 15 of them. So if you want to up your pledge and do a $5 pledge, we'll send you one too. Up to 15 of them. So anyway, if you can't support the show financially, totally understand. Just appreciate a 5-star review or positive rating in the podcast app of your choice. That's going to wrap up the week here in HomeTech. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Till next time.
Take care.
Good night, TJ.
You look like you're dozing off.
He's so sleepy.